Nestled in the heart of Arizona's desert landscape, Paradise Valley is a true desert oasis of opulence and natural beauty. This charming town boasts sweeping vistas that will steal your breath away, with its lush green valleys and majestic mountains. Outdoor enthusiasts revel in a paradise where hiking, biking, golf, and horseback riding reign supreme. Unlike its bustling urban neighbors, Paradise Valley offers tranquil streets with minimal congestion, creating a haven of serenity. Safety is paramount in this prestigious community, and affluence graces its residents who enjoy a life of luxury. Today, we begin our two-part series by talking about the pros of living in Paradise Valley, that is, Arizona. Hey, today I am coming at you from the amazing, beautiful town of Paradise Valley, Arizona. It's an amazing morning here. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning. You can see there's probably a little shadow on my face over here because the sun is rising. It's about 70 degrees in mid-October. And today I am going to start a two-part series of my pros and cons of living right here in the town of Paradise Valley, Arizona. Today we're going to kick it off with the pros. And if you've watched my pros and cons videos before, you know that I tend to like to dig deep. I don't give you the surface stuff, the things that you already know as pros and cons of living in Arizona. We're going to dive deep into what the residents and people that visit Paradise Valley love about living in this amazing town. So let's jump into it with reason number one that people love living and playing in the town of Paradise Valley. And that first reason is, well, look behind me. I mean, absolute stunning beauty. You can see the shadows as the sun rises up back there on Camelback Mountain. Absolute beautiful green all around the desert mountains. So the beauty, the natural beauty, the breathtaking views. Paradise Valley is basically a couple valleys that run through several different mountain ranges, or foothills if you want to call them foothills. But behind me you have Camelback Mountain to the south. I'm standing on Mummy Mountain right now shooting this up to the north. In between there runs a lush green, almost a desert oasis of valley in between the two mountains, separating the two mountains with beautiful green communities, golf courses, spas and resorts. Again, I mean, for the desert, you're not going to find a more beautiful spot than right here in the town of Paradise Valley. Now, if you move on Tatum Road going north and south, then you have Mummy Mountain that I'm standing on right now to the east, and you have the Phoenix Mountain Preserve to the west. So you have two kind of different little runways running through, little valley ways running through this town. And it is, again, I mean, I can't even overemphasize. You can see it behind me, the natural beauty that's here is a massive reason that people love living and playing here in the town of Paradise Valley. Now, reason number two that you may want to live here is if you like living in luxury and you like living near affluent people. I will tell you this, Paradise Valley is not for everyone. Not everybody can afford it. So this could be a con as well, but if you're the type of person that has a higher home budget and you like living next to doctors, business professionals, maybe professional athletes, actors, and those types of things, and you love living in those communities, then this is going to be the community for you. Again, some amazing, massive luxury estates, some gated communities, some not, but again, just elaborate mansions that run through this community. So we'll talk about housing here in just a second. But again, if you like living in wealthy neighborhoods with affluent individuals, then reason number two, the pro number two is again that living in luxury here.
You know, I created Phoenix Homes and Hotspots to connect homes with the lifestyle around those homes using the power of video and community. What's up, everybody? My name is Todd Hall. I'm founder of Phoenix Homes and Hotspots right here in beautiful, sunny Phoenix, Arizona. Hey, if you're moving to the Phoenix Metro or thinking about moving to Phoenix, Scottsdale, and you want to know not just where all the great homes are, but what is the community like that surrounds that house, and as well as all the local hotspots in the area, restaurants, shopping, hiking, golf, whatever it might be, you've come to the right spot. We're gonna connect all the dots for you. And listen, if you're coming out to the Phoenix Metro, you wanna do some of our homes and hotspots tours, all you gotta do is give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. That way we can be your key to AZ.
Now, reason number 3, let's talk, since it's a good segue, let's talk about the actual home styles in this area. Because Paradise Valley, there are some older sections, which is really, really interesting, because if you get to an older section of Paradise Valley, you're gonna find on one street, you're gonna find amazing kind of modern, contemporary masterpiece homes. And then right across the street, you can find some of the old classics, the old original 12 to 1600 square foot ranch style homes in their original form from the 1950s and 1960s. So it makes for a really dynamic and interesting mix. And then right down the street, you can find an open lot where a brand new home is being developed. In some cases, the investors and developers are taking some of the old ranch style homes, they're tearing them down to the ground and building up those modern masterpieces. So very interesting. Then when you get to the newer sections, you'll find, again, newer contemporary homes with gated communities and those types of things. So there are different sections of Paradise Valley depending on what your interest in your budget is. But reason number 3, like I said, for people liking this area is there is some diversity. Now, there's not a whole lot of condo townhome activity right here. It's not that there's none, there's just not a lot. It's mostly single family homes. So you have to get out kind of in the outskirt areas if you're looking for more inventory for condos and townhomes. But again, the diversity of the home styles is reason number 3. Now, reason number 4 that people love living here is that there's very little commercial development. Why is that a benefit? You've probably never heard this on a pros and cons video before, but limited commercial development, meaning right inside the township here, which is not a very big town, by the way, in terms of just geographic area, you're not going to find grocery stores and gas stations and strip malls and all that stuff right here. You will find some small office buildings. You'll find resorts and spas, golf courses. So there is a little bit of commercial development, but not a lot. The good news is it's right at your fingertips because it's all out on the outskirts, but it's not right inside the town. We will talk about why that's such a huge benefit later in this video. But again, very limited commercial development right inside this town, which makes it a really cool residential town and residential community. All right, moving on. Reason number 5 people love living here and playing here are the resorts. Some of the best resorts in the entire state of Arizona are right here in Paradise Valley. You have the Sanctuary back there on Camelback Mountain, which is not just a great resort, but there's one of the best spas in the state of Arizona is there. So some nice restaurants inside as well. You have the Camelback Inn by JW Marriott here. You have Mountain Shadows. And so if you're coming out to shop for a home and you're just coming out for the weekend, you may decide to stay right here in one of these resorts. Or if you're just coming out to visit and just to hang out in Arizona, again, you can't beat the resorts here. Some of the best resorts in the state, in the entire state of Arizona. All right, reason number 6 that people love living here. I talked about, hey, there's not a lot of commercial development here, but you have close proximity to everything. So if I'm out looking out towards where the sun is rising right now to the east, I'm looking right almost over at McCormick Ranch in central Scottsdale. If I look down to the southeast, I can see the skyline of Old Town Scottsdale and down there to the mid-rise luxury condos of the Scottsdale waterfront. Right behind me, of course, you have Camelback Mountain, but on the other side of Camelback Mountain, to the south side of that mountain, you have the Arcadia residential district, known for some great restaurants we'll talk about here in just a few minutes. If I look down to the west or the southwest, I can see the Biltmore area, which is a very prestigious community with great restaurants and shopping there, and I can see the Phoenix skyline. And so you have really close proximity to everything. We talked about there's not grocery stores and gas stations right here in the town of Paradise Valley, but they're all just right out here on the outskirts. Again, I can see everything from right here. So they're just minute drives to everything that you're going to want to do and access. Now, as far as, again, having close proximity to everything, if we're talking about downtown Phoenix, that's where you're going to go to watch ball games. By the way, congratulations, shout out to the Arizona Diamondbacks, who are in the National League Championship Series as I speak. So you can go down there and watch the Arizona Diamondbacks or the Phoenix Suns. You can go to the museums, culture exhibits, and there's some great living down in that area now as well. So again, really everything, anything and everything is right here at your fingertips. So this great central location and proximity is a huge benefit to living here in the town of Paradise Valley. All right, moving on to number 7. Let's talk about low property taxes. I mentioned it. Homes are expensive here. They're the most expensive here in the Phoenix Metro, probably the most expensive based on median home prices in the entire state of Arizona. However, and not exclusive to Paradise Valley, really exclusive to Arizona, for many of you, is extremely low property taxes. So even though you're going to spend more money for the home, although many of you, if you're coming from California, Washington, Oregon, Illinois, New Jersey, New York, you're going to find that our home prices are probably way more affordable than what you're used to. Then tack on the fact that our property taxes for many of you are about 1/3 of what you're used to paying for or paying. So your purchasing power, what it does is it drives up your purchasing power, or it just keeps your payments more affordable if you don't want to spend more on the home in terms of the purchasing power aspect. So again, reason number 7 were the low property taxes. Now, moving into number 8, we got to talk about outdoor activities. What is there to do here? Well, let's start with that mountain right behind me, Camelback Mountain, and let's start with hiking. There's 2 great trails on Camelback Mountain. Over to the west on the Old Town Scottsdale side, you're going to find the Cholla Trail, known as a difficult trail. If you're kind of a beginner or intermediate hiker, you're going to find that the first portion, maybe the first half of that trail, will be manageable. But if you're an experienced hiker, you're going to find that the top portion of that hike is going to be more difficult. So there's something for everybody over on the Cholla Trail. Over to the east side, on the Paradise Valley side of Camelback Mountain, you're going to find Echo Canyon Trail. And that is, again, kind of the same, much more challenging trail over at Echo Canyon. But again, novice hikers can certainly handle the first portion of that. And then you extreme hikers, you people that want that real great workout, you're going to love that entire trail over there at Echo Canyon. Now, staying on the hiking theme, if I move a few miles just over to the west, you have Piestewa Peak over in the Phoenix Mountain Preserve. So there's more hiking there. So some really, really great hiking all throughout this area. And then if you live here, you'll find residents just walking these hills on the side, whether they're over there on the hiking trails or not. They're just out here in the morning walking these hills, getting their exercise. So you can certainly get your exercise that way as well. All right, as far as golf, you have the Paradise Valley Country Club that is just over to kind of the west side here of Mummy Mountain. So the Paradise Valley Country Club has an amazing 18-hole golf course over there. You also have Mountain Shadows right here in Paradise Valley. It has a little par 3 course. So those are the 2 courses that are here. However, you have golf everywhere right at your fingertips. So right over here at the Biltmore, you have 2 great 18-hole golf courses. To the east, over at McCormick Ranch, 2 great residential, lots of water, lots of little man-made lakes on that course, so bring your floating golf balls. But you have McCormick Ranch to the east, just 10 minutes away. On the other side of Mummy Mountain over here, you have Camelback. And then behind Camelback Mountain, behind me, you have the Phoenician. So right here, even if the golf courses that you want to play aren't right here in the town of Paradise Valley, they're all around. They're almost just a driver away from catching another great golf course, whether it's here in the town or outside. Then, of course, as you move up to North Scottsdale, which is a 20-25 minute drive to the north, some of the best golf in the entire country is right up there in North Scottsdale. So if you're a golfer, you're going to love it. Then you also have biking. So you'll find people biking right through these neighborhoods and doing street biking down throughout the city. But But you're also going to find some mountain biking in the area. So there's some great mountain biking trails. So there's something there as far as exercise. And then there's some horseback riding that takes place throughout this area as well. So as far as outdoor activities, amazing. Oh, one more thing. So if you go over to Scottsdale, you have the Greenbelt, 11-mile Greenbelt that runs right through the heart of Scottsdale. Beautiful, lush Greenbelt. You're going to find a lot of people just out there walking, jogging, and again, biking over there. It runs through several golf courses. That 11-mile trek runs through several golf courses, parks, and everything else. So again, that is just 10 minutes or so to the east of the town of Paradise Valley here. So outdoor activities, a huge benefit to why people live here.
Hey, if you haven't gotten enough here on this YouTube channel and you want more great content on what to do while you're visiting the Phoenix Metro, I just created a new Facebook group. It's called Scottsdale Communities and Hotspots. So when you're done here, head over there. I'm going to show you all the top hotspots in and around Scottsdale, Arizona, from restaurants, nightlife, shopping, golfing, hikes, special events coming to town. I'm going to do some video walkthroughs with local owners and them walking you through their hotspot. And you're going to get lots of great local residents and their recommendations for what you should do while you're visiting here in the Phoenix Metro. So again, when you're done here, head over to the Facebook group, Scottsdale Communities and Hotspots. We'll see you over there.
All right, reason number 9 that people like living here, if you have a family, you're moving your kids out here from another state, there's 2 things to this. Number 1 is schools, number 2 is school choice inside of that reason number 9. If you've watched my other videos, you know I'm huge on school choice. I believe that, that parents should have an option of where they send their kids, and they should have lots of options. Now, the good thing here in Paradise Valley is that you're not necessarily going to, the public schools are really good. They're actually attached to the Scottsdale Unified School District, which is one of the better school districts in this area, but the schools that are attached to this particular town of Paradise Valley are really, really good public schools. Arizona as a whole is not known for great schools, but the schools here are really good. Now, if you're not happy with those public schools, we have some really solid public charter schools and some great private schools all within minutes here as well. So lots and lots of school options. That is reason number 9. All right, going into reason number 10, light traffic. Remember earlier we talked about very little commercial development in this town of Paradise Valley. Well, with that comes lighter traffic. Now, there are a couple throughways. I mentioned them earlier. You have Tatum running north and south through Paradise Valley. You have Lincoln running east and west. So there are people that will commute that don't necessarily live in Paradise Valley that will use those 2 major streets to commute. But as a whole, the traffic, not only in Paradise Valley, but honestly for Phoenix Metro, we're rated really, really well for having light traffic for a major metropolitan city. But same thing here in Paradise Valley. Now, if you're on those 2 streets, there's a little bit of traffic, but you're very rarely gonna, I don't think I've ever been backed up at a light for more than one signal. Like, I've never sat through a light for multiple turns, for, I don't know, a better way to say that. But so again, it's just not, unless you're in a left turn lane that's a really light, you know, like a really short left turn lane. In Phoenix Metro, it's very rare to sit through a light for 2 turns. So anyway, light traffic, and a lot of that, again, is because there's just so little commercial development here. It keeps it a little bit more private and personalized for the residents that live here. All right, moving into number 11. Also, I'll attribute the low commercial development to this one: low crime rates. Paradise Valley is going to have some of the lowest crime rates in the entire country, let alone the state of Arizona. Remember, there's no commercial. There's very little commercial development here, and so you know you do have a city bus that will run north and south on that Tatum route. So there's a little bit of public transportation. And so again, you're just not going to have a real big transient crowd, or and there's just not a bunch of crime in this area. A lot of the communities are gated, and they're watched and they're guarded very well, not only by the residents but by the police. So reason number 11 that people love living here is the low crime, and then reason number 12, kind of feeding off of the low crime rates here in Paradise Valley. Reason number 12 people love living here as a pro excuse me, is that there's no homelessness here. I've never been in Paradise Valley and seen a homeless person. So again, you know, you don't have massive public transportation running through this city, which tends to be where homeless folks can congregate. Gas stations, grocery stores, again, places where homeless folks tend to congregate. It just doesn't exist right here in this town. Remember, it's all out on the outskirts, it's all close by, but the fact that it's not here brings in less of that homeless population. So that is reason number 12 that people love living here in this amazing, beautiful town of Paradise Valley, Arizona.
Hey, did you like that video? Show me some love. Hit the like button down below. Drop a comment. Let me know what your thoughts were. Then be sure you subscribe and tap that alert bell. And from there, I'm going to do all the heavy lifting for you. We'll create the content. We will notify you every time we create new popular videos right here on Phoenix Homes and Hotspots. And then check the description below. I have some other related videos down there. Or you can check out 2 of my most popular videos right here.